everybody, this is Brandon with the Little NC Farmer coming to you again today. Guys, we're out here trying to beat the rain and get our tomato plants out. I've got 15 plants. I could actually do possibly one more. I've got down here at the end, and you'll see it in a minute, I've got this Siberian kale that I've saved it just to come up just for the seed off of it, because we've ate that this past winter and it kept all winter long and even survived the hard freeze that we had last winter. I think around Christmas, somewhere there in there. But I mean, guys, that was so good to have that. But anyway, just trying to beat the rain, get out here as quick as we can. My garden is behind where we live at right here. You just do not plant one early, and it just does not do well. It's 59 degrees out here this morning, and it's overcast, cloudy, I understand that, but there's just a little cool breeze coming out of the north, and it's just cool enough. It's got me concerned for even trying to do this, but I've got to do it. And so we've got the tomato plants in. You'll see that in the videos. And I've looked over here. I've got jade bush beans, I've got cucumbers, I've got squash, but I don't see any of the Cherokee yellow wax beans coming up. I have one row of those. I'm going to do something different that I've not had in a long time over here. I am thinking about putting in a row of pinto beans and fixing where they can climb on, maybe, if nothing changes my mind. We'll just see how that goes. But anyway, guys, I do want to say I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate each one of you, your comments, kind comments, everything that you do. I want to say how much I appreciate that. Welcome the new subscribers that's come on board, and just say I'm glad to have you. But I hope I'm doing some things. If you'll see in this video, I use a regular old antacid tablet, and I use Epsom salt. I have not put any fertilizer yet. I will use some Triple 10. That's all I'll put, and maybe water with Miracle-Gro, and that'll be about it. Tomatoes do not need a lot of nitrogen. Funny thing is, and I was telling this to someone just the other day, I went to our big box store because I needed to get my stuff that I needed. I just bought the regular store brand of the antacid, and then I bought a big bag of their brand of Epsom salt. But I thought, I'm going over to the garden center and I want to just see, for curiosity's sake, what they have in regards to plant food fertilizer. The first thing I came to, there's at least 3 aisles, and when I say aisles, I mean one aisle has it on both sides. Both shelves are stocked from one end to the other. The next aisle over is stocked from one end to the other of rat poison, weed killer, all kinds of stuff to that degree. So okay, that's the first thing you come to. Then I go hunting, trying to find fertilizer. There's about a half of an aisle, probably not even that, maybe a third, that has a little bit of plant food, vegetable grower, stuff to make things bloom, which according to what I looked at, it won't, because there's one certain ingredient you've got to have, and that's phosphorus, that really promotes blooming on plants, if I know my chemicals right, or minerals. And another thing, everything that they said was very high in nitrogen, but it was lower on the other stuff. Now I look at it the other way around. Yes, there is plants that do need a high concentration of nitrogen. Corn is probably one of the most. Onions is another one. Garden peas, they do need their certain amount, things like that. But when you're dealing with tomatoes, you definitely do not want to get overboard with the nitrogen. They need some, but they don't need as much as they do the other stuff. Your potassium, your calcium, your magnesium, that's what really helps give the tomatoes their flavor. So that's what I shoot for. I've been doing it this way for the past 2 years, using the antacid tablets. Now I've been using Epsom salt for years. Another ingredient, and you can even use wood ash for this, sprinkle a little bit, and I've got some that I can put to these. And I may do it. I'm just pushed for rain right now. Main thing I wanted to do was get it in the ground. Another thing is some hydrated lime that you can put around your tomatoes. That will prevent the blossom end rot, which is a bad problem. But your beans, the squash, cucumbers, things like that, they do need a certain amount of nitrogen, but they don't need to be overloaded with it. So, you know, that's what I'm shooting for here. So I thought I'd just show you that, and just follow along with me. We'll see what kind of results we get here. I'm praying that we will get just a little, our nights will get just a little warmer. Not worried about our day temperatures. Day temperatures are good. It's these nights when it gets down into the 50s and lower that concern me, because what happens there, you get cutworms and things to that nature attacking your plants a lot worse. I've noticed, I think I've got a little varmint out here, either a vole or a mole, don't know which it is, and so I've got to keep my guard up on that. But I've got jade bush beans coming up. I've got cucumbers and squash, but like I said, the Cherokee yellow wax beans, I have not seen them yet. So that remains to be seen what's going to happen over there, and we'll just play it by ear to what happens. But anyway, guys, watch the video. I appreciate each one of you, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as best I can. I am by no means a professional, but I've been doing this a long time, and a lot of trial and error, and I know what works and what doesn't work in this area. Now, this may not work for you where you live. I don't know, you know, that's just the thing about it. And so anyway, guys, y'all have a good day, and thank you from Little NC Farming.